it was still able to serve the purpose it needed to for a lot cheaper. What's also really cool is...
Right there. That's where I messed up. A while ago, I made a video about motion controls, and I brought a Wii Remote from my parents' house to use as a prop for the video, but I didn't bring the Wii. Now, I could spend like $100 to buy a Wii so I can actually use this thing, but I'm a game developer. Why not try and remake the third best-selling game of all time? Oh yeah, and I can split it into a few parts. You know, this video I make tennis, in future videos I'll make future sports. I mean, surely it can't be that hard. Step 1 is to create a project, so I opened good ol' Unreal Engine and created a new project. But after blocking out my tennis field and adding a cylinder to act as the character, I realized I already had a huge problem. You see this Wii Remote? It was made back in 2006. Now this modern game engine for some reason doesn't have support for a 20-year-old controller. Stupid, am I right? Heck, I don't even know how to connect this thing to my computer. Add batteries to your controller. Open up control panel. Navigate to devices and printers. Tap the red pairing button on your controller, and then press and hold the 1 and 2 buttons on the other side of your controller. Don't let go of these no matter what. Click on Add a Device. Wait for a device labeled Nintendo something something to pop up here. Realize it's not popping up and repeat that process of trying to add a device for about 20 minutes until it magically shows up. That one's crucial. If you've done everything correctly, it's going to ask you for a password. But passwords are lame and boring, and also we don't have one, so just click Next. Now you can let go of the 1 and 2 buttons. Then it's going to install some random driver software on your computer, and after that, boom, it's right there in Devices. This means you have successfully connected your Wii Remote to your computer. Congratulations, it's still basically useless. The issue right now is you have nothing on your computer to talk to this Wii Remote. You have to have some sort of external software read what this thing's doing. Luckily, I found a piece of software called GlovePie, which does just that. With just a little bit of code, I'm able to access a ton of data and buttons on this controller so I can actually do things with them. For example, I could map the A button on the controller to the left click on my computer. Unreal doesn't know when I press A on a Wii Remote, but gosh darn does it know when I press left click. Okay, so I've just got some code here that's supposed to turn on the first and third LED on the remote, so that'll let me know if it's connected, and if those turn on, then we're good. So I'm going to run it right now. Yes! Now we can make the game. I wanted to start with the character movement, which means we need a character to move around. And after spending a while modeling my totally original and not inspired at all character, we have, well, I guess he doesn't have a name yet. Hey Leah, what's this guy's name?
I think his name is Franklin.
After setting up the player character and camera, Franklin was officially in the game. Next order of business was making an actual tennis court for Franklin to play on. So I found a random PNG of some striped grass online, added it to my world, and then blocked out a tennis net. Things are starting to look good, but something just feels off about how Franklin's moving around. I mean, it's gotta be the arms. To get Franklin moving around properly, we need to give him a rig. This is basically the bones of the character that we can actually animate on. And after getting these animations online, the movement was looking much better. I now had characters that could move around, but nothing for them to do. And as Isaac Newton said, give a couple people a ball and they'll find something to do with it, or something. So I spent a while programming in the physics for my tennis ball and then got my characters hitting the ball whenever they got close to it. I don't know whether or not I should have programmed my own physics for this ball, but I figured it would give me some extra control over the default Unreal physics. Now, one key detail of Wii Sports Tennis is you don't control where your character goes to. All of the movement is decided by where the ball is going to land. I spent a long time trying to figure out the logic on how these guys move around. It's honestly really fascinating to just watch a game of Wii Sports and just look at where the characters are moving to. But after a while, I think I mostly figured it out. Each character has an area that's considered their bounds. If the ball's next landing position isn't inside of their bounds, they'll just move either left or right to line up with the ball. If the next landing position is within their bounds, then they'll try and go to the optimal hitting position. Then lastly, if the ball goes behind behind one of the front guy's bounds, they'll reset back to their initial position. All of this together makes sure that the character's always in the right place to hit the ball, but also makes it look super natural and like the Mii is actively making decisions. So after implementing all of those movement features as well as some ball prediction, the AIs can officially play tennis with each other. Except for right now, whenever they hit the ball, it just looks like it hits them and bounces off of them. So we need to give them something to hit the ball with. I went to the Unreal Marketplace or Fab to try and find a model of a tennis racket to use. And after importing it into my project and dragging it into my world, wait, where'd it go? Oh my gosh. That's better. And after making some swinging animations and hooking up some animation logic, boom, our characters now look like they're actually hitting the balls. Having AIs play tennis against each other is cool, but after a while it gets kinda boring. So it was time to buckle up and put that safety strap on because it was time to put me in the game. Wait, no, not me. I thought this was going to be super easy because GlovePie has a function that looks like it checks for a swing. Unfortunately, I was wrong. I genuinely don't know what this function does. This meant I needed to figure out another solution. Now I did figure out how to access the acceleration on the controller, so I figured I could compare the acceleration frame by frame, and then if it meets a certain threshold, then the character will swing. Only one problem, I had no idea how to send this info to Unreal. I tried a lot of things like trying to convert the acceleration of the Wii Remote into controller analog input, but it was just not working. I was honestly about to just give up and find some other solution or literally use my keyboard and mouse. I'm not joking, I worked on this for hours. Probably about an hour or so before I gave up, I came across something very interesting. I learned that I could use an open sound controller, or OSC, with GlovePie. Now, I had never used one of these before, but basically it's a protocol for sending messages with data from a client to a server. Luckily, GlovePie already works as a client with OSC, and look at that, Unreal has a built-in plugin that lets it act as an OSC server. So after installing the plugin and figuring out how the code worked, okay, I've been troubleshooting this for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna work now. So when I swing my Wii Remote, my character should swing their racket. Let's try it. Yes! I got it! I got it! You guys have no idea how awesome it felt to swing my Wii Remote and have something actually work in the game. I could now play against the AI I created, but the game was still far from done. Sure, the bulk of the mechanics were complete, but I was still missing a few of the key ingredients that make this a game. After making sure the player control felt good, I created a game manager that would keep track of things like the score and whose serve it was. From there, I was able to alternate who serves between the AI and the player. I made the ball know when it was out of bounds or had bounced on the ground twice, and it would even spawn in a little widget to let you know when the ball was out of play. Lastly, I hooked up some UI with some evil Franklin icons, that way you could tell who was winning. Also, whoa. Can we just talk about how strange the tennis scoring system is? It goes from 15 to 30 to 40 to you win, but then you have to win by 2 scores, not 2 points, 2 scores. And then if both of you are tied at match point, it's called a deuce. And then if it's a deuce and someone scores, then it's an advantage. Trying to program this thing was just breaking my brain. Because now I need to make the iconic audience that's always looking at the ball. Luckily, I made Franklin with this in mind. So after adding 6 new faces to the game and giving each character a random colored shirt, we officially had, wait, how many colors are there? Oh, I have infinite Franklin variations. You better be glad I'm not adding microtransactions. All your money will be mine. Lastly, after making some beautiful sound effects, whoop, whoop. The gameplay was done, and all I needed was a restart menu. I made this entire game in like 2 days, and I was also sick during those 2 days, so I'm gonna make the UI look better in a future episode. But now when you lose, this restart or quit screen pops up, and now I can officially say the game is, wait, I can't move my cursor to the buttons. I need to do it all on the remote. If I use the mouse, it's cheating. Thankfully, it's not too hard to move the mouse position around with GlovePie, but unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and I also left my sensor bar at home. That means this Wii Remote has literally no way of knowing whether or not it's pointing at the screen, much less where it's pointing at the screen. Fortunately for us, I know a workaround. I need 2 chemical combustion reactions which happen when fuel sources rapidly oxidize in the presence of heat and oxygen. In other words, I need 2 candles. candles. Fun fact about the Wii Remote. All of the pointer calculations are done on the remote themselves. The sensor bar does literally nothing except for shine 2 bright infrared lights. All this thing does is figure out where it's pointing based on the position of those 2 infrared lights in relation to the sensor. This means I just need 2 infrared light sources, like a candle, to act as my sensor bar. Unfortunately, I don't have 2 candles, which means...
Okay, I'm at Kroger. I need to find candles. Okay, I think this aisle says candles. Okay, I found them. It looks like the only candles they have are scented, so it's gonna be smelling nice. Okay, I found creamy vanilla swirl. It smells nice, and I don't see any really great options, so we're gonna get 2 of these. Mission accomplished.
Okay, I've got the 2 candles on my desk. I've heard this works online. I've never actually done it before, but the science behind it seems like it should work, so let's try this. There's 1 candle. Here's 2 candles. Okay, they're both lit. Now I'm going to run my glove pie script. And if this works, let's see. Wait, I got some, oh my gosh, it's moving. Okay, the calibration's not great, it's kind of crazy, but okay, I can go right here. Oh my gosh, look, I can even subscribe because I enjoy It's Rascals content. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, I can hit the bell too for notifications. Jeez Louise. But most importantly, I can in fact restart the level. And with that final hiccup figured out and me cranking down the game resolution to match the Wii's resolution, here it is. Are you guys ready for the greatest tennis match you've ever seen? My serve. Nice, nice. Take that, evil Franklins. No. That's not good. That's not good. It's tied. It's tied. It's not a big deal. Try me. Try me. Boom! Oh, no! I got too confident. I got too confident. Huh! 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 Oh my. All that to lose. Ooh, that was good. Nice. 15-0, 15-0. Oh, that guy's mad. That guy's mad. Oh my gosh. No! Guys, it is match point right now. I'm stressing. I've been playing this for around 20 minutes trying to win. If I get this point, I win. Come on, please. No! Oh my gosh. No! I just gotta win the tiebreaker. Oh, nice, nice. Back to deuce, back to deuce. Nice! Advantage, advantage. Oh, he's angry. He is angry. Yes! 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 I'm a winner. This is the first video in a series where I plan to make all of the Wii Sport games. If you guys want to check the rest out, you can click right here on this playlist. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.